Bradley Cooper says filming full frontal nude scene in Nightmare Alley was pretty heavy. The Oscar-nominated actor tells Kim Masters on KCRW's The Business how he spent 6 hours naked in front of the crew on Toni Collette's first day. It was just like, whoa. In Guillermo del Toro's neo-noir Nightmare Alley, Bradley Cooper stars as Stanton Carlisle, an ambitious and charismatic loner who takes the lessons learned working inside a traveling carnival to Manhattan, where he masquerades as a mentalist only to get caught in a tangled web involving a love interest, a psychiatrist, and one of her wealthy patients. The role asks a lot of the Oscar-nominated actor, and he was game to dive deep for Del Toro. It really is akin to putting on a miner's kit, hat and flashlight, and looking at each other and then going down in the tunnel, knowing that you may be excavating a route that won't ever get you to the end that day, but you come back up and go down again the next day, Cooper tells Kim Masters, who is also an editor-at-large for The Hollywood Reporter, during a new episode of her KCRW show The Business. Cooper also added that his director is now a close friend and they talk on the daily. Because the content of what the movie is, what we were exploring, in order to do it in a real way, it demanded that we'd be naked emotionally and soulfully. Physically, too. The script also called for Cooper to bare his body, full frontal and partial backside, during a scene that finds Stanton Carlisle Indiana a bathtub and engaging in a sexual act with Toni Collette's character. Deciding to completely disrobe on camera is a decision Cooper did not take lightly, calling it a big deal, mostly because he's never done it. I remember reading in the script and thinking, he's a pickled punk in that bathtub and it's to story. You have to do it, he tells Masters. I can still remember that day just to be naked in front of the crew for 6 hours, and it was Toni Collette's first day. It was just like, whoa. It was pretty heavy. He added that he never pushed back on it at all, because there was nothing gratuitous about it. It was to story. Cooper isn't the only one appearing au naturel on the big screen lately. There are a number of stories that have called for full frontal nude scenes this award season. Also appearing in the buff and high-profile films as of late are Benedict Cumberbatch in Jane Campion's The Power of the Dog and Simon Rex in Sean Baker's Red Rocket. But there's plenty more to chew on than flesh in Cooper's chat with Masters on The Business. Friday's episode is part one of a two-part conversation that also touches on his turn as John Peters in Paul Thomas Anderson's Licorice Pizza, a role that snagged him a SAG Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. His other tie to Peters is A Star is Born, the 2018 film which Cooper co-wrote, directed and starred in opposite Lady Gaga. That film was inspired by the 1954 original that Peters produced a remake of starring former girlfriend Barbra Streisand in 1976.